Hi, my name is Abahi and I am a claims adjuster. If I can help you make money in this very lucrative industry, would you let me? Today we're actually talk about the duties of an adjuster. So if you have no idea what an adjuster does, now you're going to actually learn. I mean, we all know they make good money, but why do they make good money? What do they do in order to get that lucrative income? Like I told you, we're learning about what adjusting is, why a claimant is important, what is a claim, and then the responsibilities of an adjuster. So, do you even know what an adjuster is? When I began, I'll be honest with you, I had no clue this position existed. And better yet, I did not know that the position had been around for hundreds of years, likely since the first insurance company came around. Now, I don't know how the pay got as significant as it did. However, I want to tell you a story about KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken, as it used to be known. Colonel Sanders, before he actually started his KFC business, had many jobs, one of which was a lawyer. Before he became that lawyer, he was studying and he was working as a railroad coal. I guess he was like chucking coal, because you know trains ran on coal back in the day. Happened to be that one time the train was stopped to allow an express train to come through. This express train did not make it. Well, the passengers started to walk away from where the accident happened. That's why the train didn't make it to where Colonel Sanders was. And he found he had a solid opportunity as a lawyer, because he knew that when the trains had an accident, that they would send out a claims adjuster so that they could get people to sign away their rights to sue. Claims adjusters were there back before Colonel Sanders was really even Colonel Sanders. He was Harlan somebody. I think maybe Sanders. No, Harlan somebody. And I just find that very interesting, because when people ask me, well, where can I get work? And everybody always considers the top 5 IA firms, they forget that every industry has insurance and every industry needs adjusters to help adjust claims when they do arise. So adjusters help the insurance industry when there's a claim. So what or who is a claimant? It's really who, it's not really what. A claimant is an individual or business that makes a claim for a payment after a loss. So a claimant, actually, it could be a what, because you could have the organization be the claimant. So you do have individual or business. Must believe loss. So the claimant must believe that the loss is covered by the insurance policy. The claimant owns the policy. The policy of a liable party could also be attached. So maybe I don't want to make a claim, but maybe someone wants to make a claim against my insurance. That happens a lot in the auto industry. You must prove the loss happened to the insurer. They will come out and see, just like that railroad adjuster. If loss is covered, the insurer will indemnify the claimant. What does indemnify mean? It means make whole or provide a settlement. When someone suffers a loss that he thinks will be covered under an insurance policy, he must submit a claim to the insurer requesting a loss for the payment. At that point, he becomes the claimant. Before, I guess you're just the policyholder. Before being paid, he will have to prove the loss to the insurer. Then, if the loss does indeed fall under the terms of the contract, the insurer will accept his claim and indemnify him. Isn't that grand? If not, if the insurer doesn't think it's payable, then they won't pay. This process of handling claims for coverage under an insurance policy is known as the claim function, and is the primary duty of the adjuster. Who does the insurance company work for? Or, excuse me, who does the adjuster work for? The insurance adjuster works on behalf of an insurer, a private company, an adjusting company, or the claimant. Adjusters can work for the insured or the insurer. 4 types. Read those out loud. Four types of adjusters. What do you got? What do you got? And we will go over the difference of each. But I do want you to know that emergency adjuster will pop up on your exam. So will public adjuster, so will independent adjuster and staff adjuster. It could be a question that says, which one of these do you not maybe have to have a license, or which one of these works for an insurer, which one of these works for a company, and we'll go over that now.
I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. I'm on the phone with my insurance company right now.
I like to think of the people in claims as kind of like superheroes. Like we come when like you need us, like when the bad stuff happens. We're kind of there to like rescue you. We set them up for repairs, place them in a rental. That's my job, is to make them whole again. I think it's impossible to get bored in claims, and that's just because no two claims are ever the same. So sometimes you may think you have something that's very simple, and then a customer might throw in a detail that kind of just turns the claim into something that you weren't expecting. I'd definitely say it takes a very special kind of person to do the job. This is not for everyone. Just getting around that learning curve, it is going to be tough because there is so much that goes into investigating. So the person definitely has to be determined. I think optimism is definitely important. Sometimes you will deal with upset customers. This may be their only vehicle, so they're just kind of at wit's end. So you have to know how to walk the middle line, being careful not to remove the humanity from the position. To be honest, I didn't think Progressive was going to be as cool as it turned out to be. And I didn't expect it to be as diverse as it turned out to be. I definitely feel that I can bring my whole self to work, but also count on the community of my peers to understand who I am and embrace it. You receive so much support from everyone. Like, it makes you feel cool. It's like, man, I'm a part of this. So we're like a little family. I can feel that difference that I'm making almost instantly, because it's like, it's more than just insurance. It's just a very inspiring thing to know that you're directly making an impact on someone's life.
All right, look at Progressive encouraging you to come work for their company. Now, it's almost never this easy. That's what I was going to say about that video. She was skating, having a good time. Most of you that I get to talk to are in it for the moolah. You're going to work. You're going to work. You may not have some time to go out and skate. But I wanted to let you know, Lanice, if I'm saying her name correctly, Lanice is an insurance adjuster at Progressive. Looks like she works in auto claims. It does have its unique intricacies because every claim is different. No two claims are the same. And so it does keep you on your toes. If you like to learn, if you like to help people, this is definitely the career for you. Now I'm going to talk to you about public adjusters. Public adjusters are hired by the claimant or the policyholder. They represent the policyholder against the insurance companies, because just like you wouldn't be your own lawyer in your own lawsuit, you need someone professional to handle your claim. Now, a public adjuster is needed on almost every single claim because the insurance companies are a financial institution whose goal is to make money. By them making money, they want to hold off on paying the claimant or pay them as little as possible. And that's their financial duties, their business. Your goal is to make money. A public adjuster does charge commission, but it's part of the settlement from the insurance. It's part of the fee comes out of the insurance settlement. They are hired when the insured knows the insurer will be making the payment for the claim. That's not necessarily true. You can hire a public adjuster at any time. And it's really good to hire them as soon as you have damage, because maybe it's not a claim that will be covered. As a public adjuster, many times I let individuals know this claim is not going to be covered. I'm sorry, it's too old, it was leaking too long, it's an exclusion, you won't have coverage here because they wrote it out. Many roofs for storm damage are written out. And so I help homeowners generally decide if it's really the best situation for them to even pursue a claim. If it is, of course, we'll go forward. But if it's not, we need not let the insurance company know. Now, what else do? We help determine the proper identification and valuation of the loss. Valuation means the dollar amount. We also memorialize the loss to present it to the insurance company properly. And we specialize in appraising and negotiating claims for the max value. This was supposed to be a small video to kind of more deeply explain what public adjusting is, but I can add that to your course pages. Staff adjusting. That, remember Lanice from Progressive? That's what she is. She's a company adjuster. She only works for one insurer. She's likely salaried or hourly. She can work locally, regionally. There's many at-home or desk adjusters. And now, after COVID especially, you can work from home. Isn't that great? Sometimes they're called company adjusters, but mainly they're called staff adjusters. Now, the independent adjuster is not contracted to any particular insurer. They can work for many insurers, and this is what several people I talk to on my channel, they're always after the independent adjuster role, even though it's not stable. They process claims sometimes for multiple insurers at the same time. You can work on a fee schedule, daily rate, or time and expense, and sometimes they do have hourly. And then they also sometimes have a percentage of the final settlement amount, depending on if it's a very large claim. Let's look at the difference between the public insurance and staff adjuster.
Hey guys, this is Steve Walbach, your friendly public adjuster. Today I wanted to put out some information. I had an email come to me out of Texas, and the folks were questioning what was the difference between different adjusters, and which was a very good question. I know from my end, but not thinking from your guys' end. You might see these different adjusters, and well, what do all these things mean? So I'm glad that question was posed to me, and I want to just share what the actual results are of that. And quite simply, when we're talking about homeowners insurance, there are three types of adjusters. There's the insurance adjuster, there's the independent adjuster, and there's the public adjuster. Almost forgot what that was. That's what I am. I'm your friendly public adjuster, is who I am. But, okay, so the insurance adjuster, that sort of speaks for itself, doesn't it? The insurance adjuster is the adjuster that works for the company, the insurance company, and will be responsible when a claim is filed to go out to the site and do what they call the field scoping, and with that taking place, gathers the information and an estimate is put together of the damages. A public adjuster, you certainly know who that is. That's me, the good guy. Where we represent the homeowner or business owner when they do have a claim, when they've suffered some damage. We work with them and are an advocate for them on behalf of the claim holder to have the claim adjusted fairly and completely. That's two things. Now, the third adjuster is very simply an independent one, and that one is a situation where you have, what do you have? You have an insurance company that they write insurance all over the states. They don't have offices everywhere, and they don't have manpower to go everywhere. So what they do is they make agreements with adjusters in different geographic areas that when they have a claim that comes up, that they will contact that adjuster, and he will go out and on behalf of the insurance company represent them during the claim process and make the field scoping and come up with making that whole situation go away for the insurance company. That's the whole idea, is to go out, take a look, put on doggy pony show, and when it's all said and done, let's just make this thing go away. Can we deny it? Let's deny it. If we can't deny it, then we have to pay something. Let's hurry and write a quick little check people will be happy, and it's all done. So there's your three adjusters. Public adjuster's number one. He's the guy that's on your side. He's the one that's helping you. The insurance adjuster is the guy that works for the insurance company who the public adjuster interacts with and has to negotiate with back and forth. And the independent adjuster is a temporary representative of the insurance company during a claim process to allow a claim to be completely worked and completed on behalf of the company, and then once that's done, he's sort of released. He has no responsibility with the company. He's not a true company employee. So I hope I shed some light to you on that. Perhaps you never even were aware that there was such thing as an independent adjuster. Well, and now you do. Look at that. You learn all sorts of things when you tune into this little thing. So guys, if you learned anything with that, you know, where am I going? You know what I want. I want one of these. Please, could you give me one? And if you would share it, it would be great so that we can let other people know that there's such thing as an independent adjuster out there. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, somehow you came across this, and of course, now that you've come across it, you don't know how you've lived without it, right? I know. Well, I mean, there's plenty more. The point is, subscribe to me so that when I do put out another one, you will be notified and you get to see and learn something new. You know, my job is to give information out to you guys in regards to the insurance and protecting your home. You know, and I'm happy to do that. I take that very seriously, and I enjoy doing it. So, guys, this is Steve Walbach, your friendly public adjuster. Oh, my contact information, I'm glad you asked that. 610-213-8820.